Hey peeps, we are back. We are talking Love After Lockup, Life After Lockup, Season 4, Episode 42. Hey, before we get into the video, please do me the honors of subscribing to my channel, hitting the notification bell so you can always be notified when I post new content, hitting the thumbs up because that does wonders for my channel, and share. Thanks. Before we get into the show, if you guys have not already checked out my series, What Would the Peeps Do? Do it. Get into it. Share with friends. As a matter of fact, share with an enemy. I don't mind. They're short, quick videos. They're just, what would you do? Am I a jerk? Am I an ass type of video? Not me. Anyway, check it out. And on to the show. Lindsay and Blaine. Honey, now listen. The show opens up. Lindsay is really going for it. She is really trying to get her acting career off the ground. She has got the mascara running. The raccoon eyes are going. And she is walking down a gravel road with no shoes or socks on. No, ma'am. Mm-mm. The whole time I said, if those tears are real, it's from the pain of the gravel. Why in Sam hell are you walking on this gravel like this? Yes, I know you've got those rundown boots, but I would rather try to make it through with those rundown boots than be out there with these precious feet of mine on the gravel ground. I'm just saying. Then they show the home that they are currently living in, and I said, what? Yes, that many times. I said, well, damn, I just don't get it. She talked mad shit to Scott about the house that he put her in. But I would have to check in and make sure that my tetanus shots were up to date. Are we currently living with rodents? Yeah, no, that just looks unstable and unsafe. I feel as if, anything could happen. You might fall through the flow. Anyway, I am absolutely 100% positive that once they get finished, that place is going to look beautiful. And I really do wish them the best there. But in the meantime, you couldn't find a family friend who's got actual electricity and indoor plumbing that y'all could stay with. I'm just saying it's too much. Anyway, Lindsay's got this attitude. She's all upset. I can't trust him. Once trust is broken, you just can't trust anybody. Oh my gosh, we're never going to get it back. I said, girl, give me a break. This is the same shit that we seen with Scott and Deontay. You are the biggest liar out of the whole group. Out of you, Scott, Deontay, and Blaine, you're the biggest liar out of the group. But you always demand honesty and truth. When the hell are you going to deliver honesty and truth? You are doing too damn much, and I'm sick of you. She did ask him a valid question. Where the hell are you going to get $15,000? And I said, you know what? Listen, by the looks of this trailer home, y'all don't have $15,000. What he needed is a public defender and to get the Lord on the main line. Okay? Get the Lord on the main line and a public defender. But this seems to be a little storyline work because as soon as Lindsay leaves, because she's got to go get drug tested because, she's a lying criminal as well. She heads out and his friend says she's more dangerous than all the charges and the drugs. His friend thinks that he should watch his P's and Q's with this woman because she's got a reputation. Honey, listen to the friend. Anyway, he gets a call from the lawyer that they just seen probably an hour ago. And the attorney says he's got it worked out where Blaine could be on house arrest for the next 3 years. I said, well, shit, how did you get that worked out in the last hour? House arrest? I mean, I'd rather be on house arrest than have to go to the jail. But at the same time, I don't know if I could live on house arrest for 3 years. Good God. He says the house has to be checked and he has to get permission for whoever lives with him and that he can't leave the state of Mississippi. And I thought to myself, why would you have to state that he can't leave Mississippi? I would assume the terms house arrest for 3 years would cover the fact that you can't leave the house. But I don't know. It is a mobile home and they could, put it on the big trucks and truck it on down the freeway out the state. Anyway, I need to move the hell on. Anyway, he says, don't even think about getting any misdemeanors. None of that. Or they'll lock you right on up. And then he says, well, would you like to talk this over with Lindsay, or is this a done deal? And he decides it's a done deal. And, I get it. And I would decide that as well. However, he is living with this nut job. And if he has to get approval with who he lives with, this is definitely going to be an issue for Lindsay because, she's got the warrants and she's on the probation. And two people on the probation/house arrest, I believe that they can't live together. So this could be a big problem. It's their problem, not ours. The lawyer did tell him that he'd cut him a little break on the cost of the $15,000. So I don't know what kind of break that is, but I'm assuming since you were able to handle all of this within about an hour, it should probably be about $500. That's just my opinion. Anyway, moving on. Monique and Derek. Before the episode even started, a few days ago, I was on the Instagram minding my business. I try to mind my business occasionally. Anyway, I was out there on the Instagram and I, follow this site called It's On Site, right? And Derek's sister, she's out there talking. That woman is always running her damn mouth. But anyway, she says Derek punched Monique in the face. She also said that Derek had cheated on Monique multiple times, but we saw that on the show. He said he had had the sex with about 10 women since Monique went home. She says that Derek is also the reason why the sisters are feuding with Monique and Monique's sisters because he plays both sides. Well, honey, she didn't have to tell us that. We see that. We see that on the show. Now, Derek, if you're out here punching women in the face, I need you to immediately go back to jail. Back to jail. Keep your hands off of women. And I don't know if Monique allegedly hit him because all of this is alleged. I don't know these people and I don't have no money. I'm just saying. I don't know if he hit her because she allegedly hit him. I have no idea. But also, women, keep y'all's hands to y'allself too. So they're at the hotel the next day. Monique says that she didn't have sex with him because she thinks that he needs to be tested since he slept with that one lady. And I said, Monique, I would have thought about having him tested after he got out of jail before I had sex with him. Not saying that he was in jail spreading it low and wide or anything, but you don't really know him. Then later she finds out when he tells her that he slept with the girl without using protection, she gets an attitude and she says, oh my God, you had raw sex with a stranger, or you had raw sex with that girl. Listen, you had raw sex with him and you shouldn't. None of you should be out here spreading it low and wide, having sex with anybody without protecting yourselves. There are so many things that you could pick up and not be able to put it back down, if you know what I'm saying. And you're out here possibly making babies that you can't afford to take care of. Wrap that shit up. I'm just saying. Derek had gone out and decided to get her some breakfast. He came back with some croissants and a pregnancy test. He said he is not here for this. He thinks that this woman is trying to set him up. So she goes in to take the pregnancy test and he said, do you need me to come in and watch? No, sir, you don't need to come in and watch. Okay, I don't know what you thought. She was just going to magically pull out an identical pregnancy test that was faked. I mean, seriously, we all knew what the answer was going to be before she even brought the test out. Monique is not pregnant. My problem here is Derek keeps on saying that he loves Monique. He wants to be with Monique. Monique is a good person. She takes really good care of him. She held him down the whole time that he was locked up. And my thing is this, Derek, you can scream you love Monique from the windows to the walls, to the sweat drip down your balls, and I still won't buy it. I do not believe it, because if you loved her like you say you do, there wouldn't be 10 women. There wouldn't be any other women on the side. This is not right. This relationship is not okay. It is toxic. You two do not belong together. Monique is tracking him. She was counting the minutes of his calls in jail. She was doing too damn much. Monique, listen, this seems to be a very stressful and very high anxiety relationship. This is not good for you. It's not good for him. You two do not need to be together. Both of you need to make it a wrap. We find out this dude has 3 cell phones. One cell phone that Monique bought that she uses to track him as if she is his warden. One phone for his family and another phone for his friends. And did anybody else notice that it seemed as if he was flirting with the bartender or the wait staff lady inside the restaurant? I don't know. Also, when he goes and meets up with her sisters were kind of light with the conversation. You know, the truth is, her sisters, my sisters, especially my one sister, dear God, my one sister, no ma'am, she doesn't pull any punches. That girl goes straight for the truth, straight for the facts, and straight for your jugular. We are so much alike. Anyway, moving on. My sister would have been straight up with both of us at that table. She would not have tried to sugarcoat it or anything. As soon as both of us was sitting down at that table, she would have said, Pia, you are a stupid idiot. You are falling for this bullshit. He is not really here for you. He does not really care about you or love you, because if he did, he wouldn't try to play you like this. Stop looking like an idiot. It's over. It's done. It's a wrap. Let's go. Secondly, Derek, you're full of shit. You are over here with all this flowery shit and trying to sugarcoat and act as if everything is all good. She called you a bitch and you thought that was okay for you to go cheat. That is a no-go. We don't play that shit. We don't believe you. Bye. There is nothing that he could have said that my sisters would have sat there and accepted. Listen, Derek's full of crap. And then he tells them that he's having a birthday party at his sister's house and he wants them to come. They're not invited and he hasn't told his sisters about it, but he wants them to come. What? Are you trying to get them busted in the head? That is ridiculous. Why would they want to do that? Then they decide that they're going to try to meet up with his sisters ahead of time before they go to the party. This is a bunch of crap. And she's thinking about moving to Ohio. Monique, stay the hell where you are. Focus on your job, your family, your friends, your mental health and physical health. Girl, bye. Eris and Cam. Honey, now listen. This couple right here, she irritates me so much. So they're at the airport. They are excited. He is excited. They are on their way back to the house and they are so proud of themselves. They are bigging up each other, talking about, look at what we did together. I said, okay, look at what you did. You took care of this dude using your 401k money. You have made a shit ton of bad decisions. Your air conditioner is broke, but you don't have the money to get it fixed. But you had enough money to fly back and forth to Ohio, rent all these cars and hotel rooms. Sounds like you had enough money you could have got your air conditioner fixed. You live in Florida. It's hot as hell down there. And you have a small child. Yeah, you did it all right. You made a whole bunch of dumbass decisions. Anyway, he says that he's got the money to repair the air conditioner and he just doesn't want to tell her where the money came from. I said, wait a minute. Where did the money come from? I can only think of two places that it came from if you don't want to tell her about it. One, you were back out here in these illegal street pharmaceutical dealings. Or two, you was laid up with some woman somewhere. I don't understand this. This is not okay. I would not allow him to bring any of his ill-gotten gains into my house. We will plug up 5011 fans before I allow this to happen. I'm not taking any more money down from my 401k. What we're going to do is you're going to get a job. I'm going to continue to work my job and we will figure out how to get this air conditioner fixed. As a matter of fact, call American Home Shield, sign up for the daggone home warranty, and they'll come out 30 days later and fix this air conditioner for your co-payment. I'm just saying. Then he tells her he wants to take her somewhere, and she drives until they get to the place, and she gets a call from her dad. Her dad is so hurt, and you can hear it and feel it in his voice. He said, I just found out on social media that you got married. That is very shitty, especially when she says that she is a daddy's girl and she talks about how much her relationship with her dad means to her. That is no way to treat your daddy. That was disrespectful as hell. And he is very sad. He tells her that she could do better. She deserves better. He doesn't know why she wouldn't tell him. The man's feelings is hurt. You can tell his heart is broken. And he tells her that he is absolutely disappointed. I tell you what. One time in my life, I don't know what it was that I did, but it must have been pretty bad. My mom looked at me and she said, I am so disappointed in you. And when she said that, it felt like a piece of me just fell off. I don't know what it was that I did, but just hearing my mom say to me and look me in the eye and say, I am disappointed in you, caused me to walk away with tears. And I remember crying for at least 2 hours until I fell asleep. Just the thought that I had disappointed her crushed me. And I remember apologizing. I really wish I could remember what it was that I did so I don't do it again. Lord knows I repeat. Anyway, I understand that had to hurt when your parent tells you that. She tells him that he needs to trust her. She's a grown up and she makes wise decisions. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. You haven't made a wise decision since we've seen you on the show. Girl, bye. So Cameron, he did do something nice. And I have to say, thank you, WeTV, because I know you guys must have put this together. But he plans a nice sunset dinner on the beach. They have lobster, 24 karat gold tomahawk steaks. They've got shrimp. Stop putting that gold leaf on these steaks. I just really, please, just give them a little A1. This is ridiculous. Anyway, it was beautiful. It was very romantic, but this man is not marriage material. The same guy that screams across to the chef, hey, give us a box for these desserts. We going home to do it. I mean, I laughed, but that was so inappropriate. She tells him that all she needs for him to do is to get a job and help her with Lena. I don't understand why I make wise decisions thinks that this man is father material. He is not father material. He is not husband material. He's just not ready. Girl, listen, I don't know how he got that money, but if it was any illegal dealings, as soon as he gets his friends to come visit him down there, a nice road trip with the street stuff, or until he meets some street people down there, that stuff is going to start up there. He may not be doing it now, but he will. You're going to be sorry later. This is a relationship that is not going to work. Eris, please go have a real sit down, come to Jesus moment with your daddy and start working out those annulment papers. And she made some kind of comment about getting pregnant. They wanted to have muffin time. And I said, damn it, there you go again, ruining my damn muffins. And not only that, he's talking about he going to be putting in watermelon seeds. So now you're going to ruin watermelon for me too. Muffins and watermelon. Goodness gracious of life, this man irritates me. Listen, one tomahawk gold leaf steak does not make a daddy. You don't really know him. He doesn't have a job. Do not get pregnant. Okay, you make wise decisions. Remember, it's wise to use birth control and condoms. I'm just saying. Oh, Taylor and Chance. Oh, goodness. This man is a total idiot. Taylor is out at the store. It looked like a thrift store or one of those Once Upon a Child or Play It Again garment stores or Play-Dohs or something. Trying to figure out how they're going to get baby clothes and things like that. I said, wait a minute. Way before I was 30 weeks pregnant, she's 33 weeks. Way before I was 33 weeks pregnant, my entire nursery was done. I mean, painted, borders. There was a crib, a swing, all of his stuff, clothes hanging up in the closet, chest of drawers completely filled up. We had diapers, formula. By we, I mean me, because I was a single mom and still is. Anyway, everything that baby needed, I already had. Stroller, car seats, all of it. And girl, y'all don't have anything. Y'all were just putting this crib together at 33 weeks. That's two of you. I was by myself. This is crazy. She's talking about Chance has been working all of this overtime, so I think we should have enough money to get the baby's clothes, when her friend says that she might have to go to a clothes shelter or a thrift store for baby clothes. Girl, listen, I don't know why you quit your job. I don't think that was a smart idea. You should have kept your job and kept your insurance for you and your 3 daughters and just went on maternity leave, because you can't rely on this guy. He is too childish. He is fiscally irresponsible, and he makes a lot of dumb decisions. She says just spends money on really stupid stuff. He spent a lot of money on just buying drinks and stuff every day. He spends money on phone video games, and that at one time he spent $300 in one day on Coin Master video game. $300 in baby clothes over at your local Walmart. That would have been a crap ton of clothes. That's just ridiculous. You could have got some clothes and a daggone car seat for $300 at the Walmart. She's too much of a pushover. This is some bullshit that would never happen for me. Never. Even her friend said that Chance is full of shit. He's in his 40s and needs to grow the hell up. Then we find out that she's just like Monique. She is tracking him. She's got a tracking app on this boy's phone, and she finds out that he's not where he should be. So she's worried that he's out here cheating on her. Girl, listen, just like I told Monique, if you are at a point in your relationship where you have a tracking app on their phone and you are looking at the call logs and doing all of that stuff, it's past time to get the hell out. This cannot be a healthy, happy relationship. And it's definitely not healthy while you're pregnant. Turns out Chance is out here trying to hustle. He has gone out and bought a $400 power washer without telling her about it. I have no idea where the hell he got this money from. Anyway, he goes over to his friend's house because he wants to do some kind of driveway power washing at a discount for his friend in the hopes that his neighbors will see what a good job he did and start getting all of this business. He is under the impression that if he does this one guy's driveway, everybody in the neighborhood is going to be so excited about it that he's going to start getting all of this business. That's not exactly how that works, Chance. It really isn't. But I'm not surprised that you don't realize that that's not how it works. However, I do appreciate that you are trying to hustle so you can pay back Capital One. Then his friend makes a stupid comment talking about she sees you spending money, but she doesn't see you making money. No, he's making money, but he's spending above his means. He's out here tooting his own horn, talking about all this money he's making. Let me tell you something, Chance. The last time you guys talked about how much money you were making, I think you said that you were making $20 an hour. $20 an hour is really good, but $20 an hour is not going to cover you spending $50 an hour. Do you understand what I'm saying? No, I'm sure you don't. Then he makes this stupid comment to his friend that Taylor doesn't know what it's like to make real money. Clearly you don't either. Clearly you don't either. Then he says that he wasn't prepared to immediately get out of jail and start working and paying bills. Okay, so what was your intention? Your intention was to get out of jail, to lounge and leech off of this single mother of 3? That was your plan? I thought so. Then he gets a call from his son, Ethan. Remember last season that they were on? I found those clips on Sarcasm of him and his son filming at some pool hall. They were playing pool or having drinks or something. So I knew that that would be this coming season. He says that his son's mom took him away from him 17 years ago because of his drug use. She didn't take him away from you. She protected her baby. And that's what moms do. We're not going to allow you, a drug user who is unstable and unreliable and as immature and childish as you are, to keep our kid. No. We know that's not safe. Get the fuck on. Anyway, he asked his son if he wants to come down and see him. And his son sounds like a responsible young man. He says, no, I can't come right away because I don't have the money. See, that's what you do. When you're an adult and you know you don't have the money, you have to say, unfortunately, I can't do that right now. Give me an opportunity to, add it in my budget, save up a little bit. In the meantime, we'll have these phone conversations. We'll FaceTime. You have to make financial decisions that work. Not Chance, Mr. I don't have no damn money, but I got 7 credit cards who are charged to the damn max. And these people keep calling. I can't pay all of the electric bill. He's going to find a way to pay for a plane ticket for his son to come out. Listen, I totally understand it. You want to see your son. You want to spend time with your son. I get it. But no, now is not the time. You cannot afford it. Then when he gets home and Taylor questions this $400 power washer, he tells her that she doesn't know how to make money. She only knows how to spend money. I said, say what now? Say what now? She looks at him and she looks pissed. She said, who do you think paid the bills before you got out? She said that she was a single mother of 3 and she has never in her life struggled as much as she is struggling now. Okay? Listen, honey, you was too fast to move him in. You moved this little dude in. He bamboozled you, mistreated your sister, got you knocked up, and now you're in debt. Girl, get rid of him. You could do bad by your damn self. She says that her credit score has dropped because she relies on him to pay the bill. And sometimes he just cannot come through. He doesn't have the money for the bills. So the reason her credit score has dropped is because she uses the money that she saved to pay the mortgage and to pay the utility bills. And she's not always able to pay her credit cards on time. Listen, girl, like I said, you can do bad by yourself. You are bringing down your credit score. You are stressing yourself out. You have not had to struggle like this until this dude showed up. Honey, listen, get you a job. Seek out Title 20 if that's a real thing. I don't know if that's still around or not, which will help you with child care. Get you a certified sitter to babysit your kids when they are not in school, and get rid of Chance. Go back to being an independent woman. You do not need him. This dude is full of shit and he creeps me the hell out. He then tells her that he could make $500 today and $200 tomorrow with his $400 power washer. And she says, do it. Prove it. Girl, listen, you'd heard what I said. Move on from him. Sarah and Sean. Honey, now listen. Sarah is full of shit. She shows up at this coffee shop thinking that she's about to see Anthony. Anthony, the love of her life, her baby daddy. And Anthony's sister shows up and says that Anthony asked her to show up because he's in rehab. And then later we find out Anthony's been in rehab for a month. And I said, wait a minute. How is it that you were talking to Anthony? Invited him to meet you at this coffee house. His sister shows up, but he's been in the rehab for a month. The math is not adding. So this whole time this dude's been in rehab, you and him have been talking and texting and everything, and you didn't know he was in the rehab? Okay. And where is Abby? Because this is the second episode, we have not seen that little girl. Where exactly is she? Is she living with her mother and her mother's boyfriend? She says she doesn't worry about getting caught by Sean because Sean's at work. Yes, at work where he makes all the money to support the family. He's at work and you're out here contemplating spreading it low and wide. Okay. Anyway, she says that she never told Abby that Anthony was her father because Anthony chose drugs over her and Abby. And I said, well, didn't you also choose drugs over your daughter? Because didn't you go to jail for accidentally giving a hot shot to somebody and they died while y'all were both doing the drugs? It seems to me that you and Anthony are pot and kettle. I'm just saying. It also seems to me that Anthony is still getting high, which means he is not ready to be around your daughter, in my opinion. He says that he checked himself into rehab and that he misses her very much. Now he tells her how much he misses her. I said, how much do you miss the daughter? Because if you have been this absent father, the only thing that I want to talk to you about is this child, which I really don't even want to talk to you about her then, because you in the rehab, you still haven't gotten your life together. I'm not bringing my daughter into this kind of circus. He tells her that he is jealous that she is married to somebody else. And the whole time that he is giving her this razzle dazzle story, this baby I want you back story, you can look at her and tell that she is melting. She is wet. Okay. She is fully in it. She would rather be with him than Sean any day. As soon as this dude gets out of rehab, she is spreading it low and wide and Sean is out of here. She don't want Sean. She want this guy. I think she's settled for Sean, period. He told her he doesn't care that she is married. He doesn't feel that her marriage is going to last. And I said, me too, right at the TV as if they could hear me. He says that Sean will never love her the way he loves her. Honey, listen, he says he knows he's got to get on the clean and sober so he can get his family back. Uh-huh. I have a feeling that he gonna get her back all right. Sean comes home from a long day's work. He comes in, says what's up to the baby, goes right over to the cookies, opens up the cookies, puts his hand in the container. I said, oh, hell no. You didn't wash your hands or nothing. What are you doing? She is in here mopping and sweeping, entertaining the baby, doing stuff that stay-at-home moms do. This dude drops cookies on the floor, did not pick it up, goes in the refrigerator, grabs himself a Coke or a Dr. Pepper or something, throws the ring thing on the daggone counter, walks past her, and sits down and starts playing video games. I said, the hell you say? Not in my house. I've been at home cleaning and taking care of the baby all day. I know you have been at work all day. So therefore, you don't know what the hell I need to, so therefore, you don't know if I need a baby break. You don't want to ask me how my day was. Can I figure out how your day was? The baby hasn't seen you since you walked out of here this morning. How about changing her diaper, finding out if she needs to be fed, something. I know you worked all day. I know you're tired and you do need to have your extracurricular activities, but please come in this house. Wash your hands. Hold the baby. Give me a hug. Talk to me about your day. Let me talk to you about my day. We got these bills we could talk about. Hey, what do we want to have for dinner? How's the kids back in California? How are the kids back in Las Vegas with Kelly? Because I know you talked to her about 82 times today. Something. And then go ahead and get on your video games, especially after your wife have been crying about you not having sex with her. Listen, she tries to say some kind of low underhanded comment about Kelly. I'm not going to stay with you for 16 years like Kelly did. Listen, leave Kelly the hell alone because she tried to warn you. You are the dumbass that married him. She makes the comment that I'm tired. The excuse he gives for not having sex is what women say when they don't want to have sex. That's all facts. Oh, Lord, that's the excuse I use. Oh, I'm so tired. It was such a busy day at work today. Oh my goodness, I was at the Walmart. I was in line for 45 minutes. Oh goodness, no, I made dinner. It took me an hour and I'm too tired. I say that. Anyway, Sean and Sarah are doomed. Okay, Sean, you better watch it because as soon as Anthony is out of jail, it's over for you. She is definitely going to be having the sex. I'm just saying. Puppy and Amber. Now, listen. So I was on Twitter and I seen this tweet and somebody said, who keeps approving the return of Puppy and Amber? We have had enough of them. Hashtag love after lockup. Hashtag life after lockup. And I saw that and I said, I know. I feel the exact same. So I tweeted, at WeTV, please stop putting Puppy, Amber, Brittany, and Marcelino on here. We are tired. We have seen enough. We don't want to be bothered with them anymore, respectfully. I had to let them know I'm sick of it. I really am. Well, we start out with these two, TC and Amber. And Amber is trying to say that when Puppy and Eric first got together, she told TC that she thought they were using and selling. We all thought they were using for sure. And for a small time, I thought Eric was selling the stuff. Anyway, I think she's full of shit. I think she knows that something is going on. She thought TC wasn't going to say anything. And clearly he did. I also think that the way TC talks about Puppy and Eric is exactly how he feels about Amber, because Amber was doing the same exact things at one point. I don't think that he really likes any of them. I don't know. I feel some kind of way about TC, and I'm not sure what exactly it is, but I have a feeling that this relationship is not going to work. I think that both Puppy and Amber need to break up with both of these men. I find that both of these men are toxic. I find that they are extremely controlling and judgmental of their women. I don't like them. I think that they are in some ways abusive, and it's just my opinion. Then we go over to Puppy and Eric, and they've got this delinquent property tax, and it's $1,000 late fee. And I said, you know what, buddy? You don't get $1,000 late fee unless you're late. And they don't just send you one invoice. You get multiple invoices before you get up to $1,000 late fee on your property tax. He says he's got about $23,000 worth of bills that need to be paid in the next couple of months. And, she tells him that maybe somebody else will figure it out if he gives them a chance. Who is somebody else? What are you about to do to come up with $23,000 in the next 2 months legally? She says that Eric doesn't believe in her. Puppy, you don't believe in you. We can see it. We see right through your eyebrows that you don't believe in you. I mean, you are not independent at all. I don't know when you were last independent. He says that he doesn't want his woman to work. And that's why you're both sitting over here in debt and miserable. Both of you are creating big people bills. Both of you need to have jobs. You both should have 2 full-time jobs and a side hustle when you need to come up with $23,000 in 2 months. Sitting here saying that you don't want your woman to work. What is that saying? Pride before the fall, I think. Anyway, you are being so damn prideful that you are sitting here $50,000 in debt and miserable. Both of you are ridiculous. As a matter of fact, all 4 of you are pitiful. We TV again. Please stop bringing these 4 on here. We don't want it. Anyway, peeps, get down in the comments and let me know what you think. And until next time, bye.